Hello Scorpio, and welcome to your May reading. This is Maria from Wandering River Tarot here with you again. I would like to say thank you and I love you to everyone who has supported the channel or me and has liked, subscribed, bought a reading, shared some shit, done whatever. I appreciate every one of you more than you will ever know. So Scorpio, I've already got all your cards dealt out because the kids don't like the shuffling. So I just dealt them all out so we can just get right in. Your main theme for the month is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands talks about, well, two things. One thing is it can talk about stability. The typical card symbolism is like a marriage feast, right? So it's talking about marriage, stability, that sort of thing. She looks like she's kind of at a farmer's market at a vegetable stand selling plants, and I think that's so charming. I love this deck. But it also speaks of opportunities, open doors, like the universe is opening a door for you and you need but to just walk through it. So that's your main energy, is kind of, I feel like it's dealing with opportunities that the universe is giving you. So, and kind of the search for stability, because there hasn't been a lot of stability in the universe lately, let's be honest. Like, the cosmos is going wild, right? So your main energy, specifically you, are the Hanged Man. This is kind of a card of taking a moment, taking a pause, gaining a new perspective, right? You are, it's the story of Odin, right? Who he hung himself on the world tree. He sacrificed himself to himself to gain enlightenment. He lost an eye in the process. There was a fish involved. I'd have to study up on it again, but that's the gist of it. So, so this is kind of like you're in kind of a state of flux where you're giving up one way of being to make yourself into a better person, right? You're making a little bit of a transition, it seems like, but for the moment you're stopping, you're pausing, you're figuring out what that looks like, and you're changing your perspective on some things. Could be relationships, could be jobs, could be money, could be any number of things, but you're changing your perspective on something. The energy working on you is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is I didn't mean to laugh. It's not funny. It's funny in my head. The Knight of Cups is kind of the knight in shining armor. It could be a message of love. Like, that could literally be the energy that's working on you right now, is that somebody's offering you their love. More so, I kind of see this card as like a card of being saved or saving someone. You know, the knight in shining armor rushes in to save the day. And I almost get this feeling of, you're like, when the fuck is it my turn? When the fuck is somebody gonna help me? I feel like I do everything by myself and for myself. I feel like I'm the one doing everything. Like, when is somebody gonna save me? Which no good, self-respecting Scorpio would ever admit that they thought. But it seems like that's kind of your thought process right now. It's just like, well, when's somebody gonna come along to fucking help me in this situation? In your near past, we have the Star. This is a card of healing. You could be healing from a situation. It's also the card of wishes. You could be doing manifesting work. You could be putting your wishes out there to the universe in some way. I see some of you doing burning ceremonies where you like write down what you want and then you burn it and send it out to the universe that way. It's also, she's pouring water into the water and onto the land, which means emotionally you need to be fed, right? In my mind, that's in your case what that symbolizes. You need to be emotionally fed. You're maybe not taking very good care of yourself emotionally, and that's why you're kind of at the end of your rope. End of your rope, because he's hanging. I hate puns. So you're kind of at the end of your rope and you're like, when's someone gonna save me? Maybe because you haven't really been taking care of yourself emotionally as you should. In your near future, we have the Page of Swords. Pages are all about communication. Swords are our thoughts, inspirations, that sort of thing. I just got this card, I think it was in the Libra reading, and I feel a similar energy for you guys, where it is sudden inspirations, sudden messages. You're going to get downloads. You're going to read a book or watch a movie, and a line in the book or movie is just going to suddenly turn a light on for you about something. So watch out for those sort of things. I see in the position that talks about what the universe is giving you that's helping you in this situation, we have the Nine of Cups. This is a wish fulfillment card. So it could be what you are working on fulfilling, what wishes you had here in the near past with the Star are starting to come to fruition. It could also be that like he's, you know, the typical fat and happy, like emotionally satisfied, like life is good kind of guy. You could be in that situation, but if you were, you probably wouldn't be watching a tarot reading looking for advice, right? So we're going to assume that what the universe is saying to you with this card is, I am handing you emotional support in some way. It could be that this person is coming along to save you and they're offering emotional support. It could be that you are getting literal messages of love from this text messages, someone just saying, I appreciate you, or you did a really good job today, or anything that kind of feeds your soul a little bit. You could be getting things like that. Or maybe you have gotten off of doing a lot of really heavy duty emotional work and on to doing some more 3D type hands-on stuff that's giving you a little bit of a break emotionally. What you have within you that's helping you is the Six of, I was going to say the Six of Cups, but that's not right. It's the Six of Coins. This card talks about equal give and take, sharing. I almost feel for you that it's, you have enough to give, so you are helping others, if that makes sense. But either way, within you, what's helping you with this situation is that you have that, like, that little extra bit of capacity to give. Maybe like you've got a little bit of money in the bank and you're okay. You could give someone money, you know, you've got that little bit of leeway, so that's not stressing you out, and that's kind of what's helping you. Also, I get just that you're you, how do I want to phrase that? Just that you give emotionally to people. Scorpio can be like looked at and considered a really harsh sign, but that's just because people don't understand the depth that you're coming from. So within you, there's this capacity for love and for giving and for generosity that people need. People need that. So whatever situation this is, you're helping yourself by having that capacity to give and to make things right or equal, or, and this could even be in emotions. It doesn't have to be money. It could be emotions. It could be anything where there's kind of a give and take, right? Also could be that you within yourself are not willing to take less than what you deserve, which is a good place to come from, honestly. So that is what I have there. What the universe wants you to know is, do not make decisions blindly. So you're going off into this new phase of your life where you have opportunities coming, and you are about to move into a little bit more of a stable time, it looks like. Do not take every single opportunity or person or relationship or whatever that comes your way. Do the vetting process. Do the work to really decide which one it is that is going to be good for you. And that goes back to this, where it's like you are in a place where you're not going to take less than you deserve, and that's a good thing. What is working for you is that you have attained a certain amount of ground and you are not letting anybody fuck with it. You are not letting anybody push you off your hill. You worked your ass off to get there, and you're not letting anybody take anything from you. That's a good place to be. It's a defensive. You're on the defensive. You know, you're defending what you have because you've worked to get there. You've got something worth having. Again, going back to not taking less than what you deserve. What's working against you is that the universe is trying to hand you something and you're ignoring it because you're kind of stuck in that energy that I talked about of, I'm doing it all by myself, for myself, all the time. When is someone coming along to help me? And then someone comes along to help you and you're like, but you're not who I want to help me. So you ignore it. It's like, yeah, oh, that's really nice that you offered, but no thank you, kind of a thing. And you should not do that because the universe is literally sending people to you to help you, and you're like, nah. The more you do that, the more the universe is going to quit sending you people to help you, or things to help you, or situations that'll help you. And remember, you've got all of these opportunities coming. I told you the universe is sending you open doors that you just need to walk through. Don't look at the door and be like, I wanted it to be a purple door. This is a blue door. I'm not walking through it because it's not my perfect purple door. Fuck you. Walk through the door. The universe is giving it to you for a reason. I didn't mean to say fuck you. I totally meant to say fuck you because you're being stubborn. Anyway, your outcome here is the High Priestess. This is getting more in touch spiritually, right? This is a card of Pisces. This is some deep waters. You're already deep waters, right? I see this as through this whole process, you're going to realize that the universe is giving you shit. And when you take it, things work out. And you're going to put a little bit more trust in your intuition. And that's going to help you make these decisions. You're going to put a little bit more trust in what the universe brings and realize that, you know, your perfect blue door is maybe really like got a swamp on the other side, you know? Maybe it doesn't lead to the promised land. Maybe it leads to Shrek's swamp, you know? So that's what I've got there. Let's do the oracle cards. We first have the Goddess of the Sacred Path. Let go of logic and trust your intuition, right? That goes back to how you're getting more in touch with your spirituality, your intuition, all of those things. So trust that. Trust that the universe has your best interests at heart. Trust that you will be able to intuit what is best for you. And logical things like the fact that it just has to be a purple door need to go out the window. And Goddess of the Sacred Path, like I feel like you should do some goddess work. Get in touch with a goddess that speaks to you. Or if you are the Christian persuasion, Mother Mary. Or if you are Hindu, maybe you want to talk to Lakshmi or something like that. You know, pick someone feminine, female. Because this, you know, speaks of all of our intuition and feminine, you know, gifts, as we'll call it, stereotypically feminine, I guess I could say. Get in touch with that. Yeah, burn a candle to whoever it is. Give a little offering. Put some coins in the earth and say, hey, this is for you. Thanks for all you do. Here's my problem. Help me with it, please. We're gonna go over here next. We have the present, gift, treasure, a revelation of your own value, nowness. That is like super Taurian, right? And we're in Taurus season. So I feel like just realize that you have value. You've worked hard. Like I said, you've worked hard to get to where you are. You've put in some real effort on yourself and on your situation. Do not discredit yourself for that. Also, stay in the present moment. Don't look so far to the future and don't look so hard for these opportunities that you're ignoring what's going right now. Pay attention to what's going right in the immediate moment. We have Magic Stream, which I feel like comes back to this star card of maybe like when I said you in your near past you were doing some manifesting, or you were making some wishes, or you were coming back to you know, feeding your emotions in some way and doing some healing. I feel like this is a continuation of that. You're going to continue that work this month. You're going to continue doing the emotional healing. It's not going to be, I don't feel like the Tower's not here. The Death card isn't here. I don't feel like you're going to be doing like the big traumatic emotional work where you're like laying on the living room floor just going, why God, why, when is this going to end? And we've all been there and it's so fun. But I feel like you're going to be doing like that, some of the kinder emotional healing, like throwing rocks everywhere. Sorry. Like you're going to be, you know, something might come up in Taurus season. A little bit of this self-worth kind of stuff might come up to be dealt with. You might have a few tears. You might, you know, do a little ritual. You might do a burning ceremony to burn some shit off and send it out to the universe. But it's not going to be that super traumatic stuff that we've been dealing with a lot lately, because that's so great. Necessary work, useful work, but damn. So your final card here is, what do you feel? And the you is italicized here, if you notice that. What do you feel? Like, I feel like Scorpios, water signs in general, Scorpios in particular, pick up on a lot of people's undercurrents, right? You pick up on their deep, dark shit. Like, as empaths, I feel like you pick up on people's demons a little bit, like this shit that they're really struggling with, but they never talk about, the shit that has them laying on the living room floor going, why God, why, when will this end? I feel like you take it into yourself as an empath. You pull it into yourself, and you need to sit and be like, this thing I'm feeling, is this even mine? Sit with yourself for a minute and ask those questions, and some of the burdens that you feel might actually be lifted, because that shit might not even be yours. So that's what I got for you, my Scorpios. I hope you have a lovely month of May. Thank you for all of your support that you give me. I appreciate every bit of it, and I will see you in the month of June. If you need me for anything, all the info will be in the box below. I bid you good night. Have a lovely May.